right. So, as we continue our journey along for some
Just
wonderful
caught up with you, didn't it?
professional development, I was just trying to be witty and fun and,
Oh,
that's
what
completely
that was.
opposite of the type of personality I am.
that's what that was.
Gaining a new perspective with tech and education.
I like how you did that.
Oh my God, I completely didn't think about that.
That was great.
What we're trying to do now, we talked about last season, season one,
Season one.
that how to use the new Google Earth Online.
Yeah, we went over a lot of the tools and all the features because now it's available online. Kids with Chromebooks can use it.
Kids with Chromebooks can use it. There is some caveats on who can use it.
Yeah, it's not part of the G Suite yet, so
It's
be
not
careful
part-
on that admin.
Right, it's not
before you
fully
turn it
part
on.
of G Suite, so you don't have you can find things that they shouldn't find. So therefore, it's still
I believe that's what it is.
under
And you
13.
can publish to it too. That might be part of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
We can't control under 13. So, just know the limitations, know the rules. Don't violate the laws.
Know your role.
The law will win.
Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to look at though is importing a Kmz file.
Why would you want to do that?
So recently in one of the classes, I was talking to a teacher. The tech guy talks to teachers.
Whoa.
Fantastic.
Not through email?
No. Well,
Face to
I
face.
don't remember how initially the contact happened, but
Okay.
sure. So what we want to do is, she's a sixth grade ELA teacher, English
Yeah.
teacher, here in our schools, and they're reading Percy Jackson.
Oh yeah.
And she heard about how we do all these wonderful Google expeditions. Because Google expeditions are great.
We do that.
But there aren't very many Google expeditions that are literarily based.
No, that's
Making
where
up
you need to
words.
go to Google Lit Trips. However, I don't believe this title's on that library yet.
I don't know if
Yes.
this is on that yet or not, but there's a lot of people that have gone out and used Google Earth Pro.
Mhm.
Google Earth Pro is free for educators.
Yeah.
And they went in and they created their own Kmz file
Yeah. Right.
for Google Earth.
With their own tour.
Their own tour through Google Earth. So again, you're going to have to go through and do ones that are actually in our world. So,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
for instance, with Percy Jackson and Lightning Thief, which is the book they were reading and they wanted to do the journey on, there was a lot of places in the book that take place in our current world. We couldn't go to Hades. We couldn't go visit Hades.
I see where you're going. But we could go to Haiti.
We could go to Hades, but we
Right.
couldn't go see Hades in his domain. So anyway, so
So no third world.
first thing we need to do is we need to understand if the files are out there.
Yeah, so let's take a quick Google search then, right?
Yep.
Percy Jackson Lightning Thief. But instead of just leaving it there, I also want to at the end put Kmz File.
Right. So it's either a Kmz or a Kml file. Both will be able to be imported into Google Earth.
I can do that, or I could have gone to my tools and gone to some other things there to get the Kmz. But I like to just throw it in there.
Yep.
And usually that is the first couple hits.
Yep. So we can pop the first one up right there. It literally has it labeled on there, KML.
Mhm.
So we can look at that. We know that. So as soon as we click on it, it's going to download that file.
You just downloaded it.
We're good.
In fact, there's one with a lit trip.
Yep. They're very, very small. These files, most of the KMLs, unless you have thousands of points of interest, but
Right.
most of them that have about 10 to 20 points of interest, they're not that big a file. So you can have your students go ahead and
Download
search
the
for the KML file, or you can put that KML file now and upload that right into Classroom.
Right? That'd be an easy way to do it.
Right? So it's in Classroom, and now they launch Google Earth through their browser, which is
Launch it.
google.com/earth. Hit launch.
Or
And it
earth.google.com.
will take a few seconds to put all the 4.54 billions of years worth of
Well,
layers in there.
there's some history there. But
What-
we're there, so it didn't take that long.
right. So once we're in,
Yes, I'm going to
Go
go
to
to
the
my
book-
bookmarks.
Right.
And right now I don't have any, but that's okay because I've also set up import Kml file.
right.
If that isn't there for you, I believe if you click the three hot dogs in settings, one of the things that you can turn on, if I remember correctly, is right here, enable KML file import. And you'd have to turn that toggle on and save it first. You'd want to instruct the students that have that access to be able to do that as well.
Mhm.
But now that it's turned on and enabled, I can go to my places, bookmarks, and import a KML file. I'm just going to open it up. I could have opened it up from Google Drive, as Tom said, so right from
Yep.
Classroom.
So if you're having Classroom, they can save right to their Google Drive.
I found my
That's
file.
what we did in the class.
Right, in my downloads, and I'm just going to open it. Now you'll see that it also popped up these 13 points of interest as I walk along different landmarks throughout the
Yep.
novel.
So you start off in the Metropolitan Museum of Art where Percy is attacked
You know this book better than I do.
Yeah.
I haven't read this one yet.
Yeah. So obviously, with a lot of books, the places that are in the book is different from the places in the movie.
Definitely.
Which is a great thing for you to be able to go here and actually see some of the places like the Metropolitan Museum of Art, Percy's house. Camp Half-Blood is actually in Long Island.
Long Island, right?
Yep. So we drill right down, and we can hit the little eye for info next to it.
Right. So a double click flies you to the location. Hovering over this eye and then clicking it to show the pop-out balloon, they call it.
Yep. And with this one, it actually gives you a little bit of summary of why we were there, why they were there, what they were doing, and why we were brought into this. So, as I said, for us, it was great to be able to find something and be able to put it in there and put it in the student's hand very easily with the Kmz file into LitTrips. Or into Google Earth, which is also what LitTrips is based off of as well, is Google Earth. So
Yeah, that was Jerome's big moonshot idea, which I love.
yeah,
But certainly not everything that is out there is in his library, so sometimes it helps to go around it and go this way.
yep. And so if there's other things within reference that you want to point out, you can create your own Kmz files with Google Earth Pro.
Yep.
Go ahead and add your points of
Or go
interest.
to Google Tour Builder to learn a little bit more.
Yep, and then you can export those as Kmz files and put them in. You just use the same process. You hand it over to students in classroom, and they can. So I mean, as we look about this going forward, and we talk about,
The potential of
the
creating
potential,
all of this.
not even but creating, but getting this in students' hands
No, that's true.
as they read their own books. And we can teach them how to be able to go. Some people aren't as visual with their reading.
Very true. In fact, some books present a visual, and some you just want to know more about. Like when I was reading any of Dan Brown novels, Da Vinci Code, for instance, I'd have to put the book down and Google search something.
Right.
It would have been great if I had a tour to kind of
Yep.
lead me along the way as I went, or at least directly after it, so I could check my understanding of all the events and the places that.
Especially in
characters
his
were going.
books, because there's a lot of
And
places
it's so
that are
fast.
foreign.
Yeah.
And so it would be good, you already have it at your fingertips. You go, you click on your places, and you're good to go. And I think, as we talk about how to better interact technology within the classrooms.
This is a great integration.
Yeah, I mean, when I talk to people about that are ELA teachers or reading specialists, and they talk about, well, how can I integrate tech into my classroom beyond just
Classroom and docs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or using e-readers and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
a lot of people think that's the
extent
extent
of
of
it,
it, right?
right.
Okay, so it's got a battery and it's got a book on it, so that's tech and reading. But there are certainly a lot of other tools that we can use and delve into that can help increase the students' learning experience.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. I think getting this into the hands of the kids while they're reading is great, but then, the next step would be those who like to create, can create their own tours about anything.
They can be the
amazing.
ones putting them out there for people so that they can visualize
Right.
what's happening.
It'd be fantastic.
Covering both ends of the spectrum.
Absolutely.
All
Gotta do
right.
it.
All right, folks, there's another episode in the books for you.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
I
In the
did
books?
see what you did there. I like that. So enjoy your next trip. See what I did there. And check out some cool stuff with the new Google Earth Online, and check out some Kmz files.
And always check out the description for more information and leave us some feedback on what you'd like to see.
All right.
See you next time.
Bye.